Shalom, אני אניס. אני מהדה ברכסת עברית, נעים מאוד. אתם מוכנים? מה שלום היום? אז נתחיל. Hello, I'm Anis. I speak a little Hebrew. How are you today? Are you ready? It's a pleasure to meet you. So let's start. Before I go further, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Amira binti Amin from Oral Communication Section 701. Good morning, I wish to Madam Alba, my fellow classmates, and all my audience. Words are magic. Sometimes they give you courage in life. Sometimes they help you from keep going further in life. Sometimes they hold you inside, they break you inside, makes you a person who have no will to live. Today I'm going to use that magic of words to make you ponder upon something that will change your perception and maybe, who knows, in your life. Basically, today I'm standing here to tell you something about Jews. And my topic for today is let's learn from Jews. So all you need to do is listen, digest it, and think whether am I right or wrong. Okay, basically I stand on four main indicators why should we learn from the Jews in terms of their unity, in terms of their business, in terms of the education, and also in terms of the hidden meaning they try to convey. You know, when we speak about these things like Hebrew, about Jews, about Muslims, there are lots of things that will become a controversial issue. But today I would like to state here that I'm not going to touch on the sensitive issue. What I'm going to prove is what can we learn actually from them. And we actually have to take the positive things, because when we talk about something to learn, it comprises all the bad things, all the good things, because remember this thing, nothing is absolutely good and nothing is absolutely bad in this world, nothing. Everything has its pros and cons, so do the Jews. And so listen, take what you can take as an example and a lesson to yourself and to all of you. You can see this thing, right? It's a thread. When it is only a single thread, it means nothing. You can hardly see it. But when you sew it together, you unite it together, it will become this thing, this valuable thing. When you are a single thing, you are hardly noticed by people, or even become a person who is strong enough to handle anything, everything. No. But when you join this thing together, when you join your community, you are able to become something which is valuable, which people want, which is strong enough to handle anything. There will be a big difference when I wear this thing and I wear this outfit, which actually made from the same thing. You know, the important thing is this simple thing actually brings the big thing in you. It decides who you are. It brings your personality. It gives you the look, the appearance of how will a people look at you. Will they respect you? Will they ignore you? It's that little thing on you started from the small thing. That is why I say unity is something important. But sadly, to say that unity is something that we in the whole world started to extinct little by little. Why? You already have the answer about ourselves. But among the people who are fighting against nation and nation. Among the people, there are actually a party who actually have who have the will, who actually know this is the time for us to unite when they are fighting. And these are the Jews. They are smart and do not want to split themselves for a thing that which is a very small thing, because they know when they unite they can get something bigger. But we only see what we can see until we forget to see. We cannot see what we should see. Jews unite through their belief which is their religion that they uphold most. Most of my friends cannot differentiate between Jews and Judaism, so let's make it clear. Jews refer to the people, the race. According to the Jewish community, Jewish ancestry is traced back to the biblical patriarchs, which are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the matriarch, which are Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Okay, so basically, a race is not complete without belief. So Judaism is the religion which hold on 3 books, which are Midrash, Talmud, and Torah. So that is the difference between Jews and Judaism, but they complete each other. And I came across an article written by a Jew, which is Zvi Freeman. He stated that we are actually special in our own way, because we unite, we help our people who are in trouble. If we hear that our Jewish people is in pain in other country, we at least try to do our utmost effort, put our utmost effort to help them. So now let's move on to my next point, which is education is a door to success. For your information, education can make you achieve anything that you want in your life. Seriously, you can find and get help. You can find and get money. You can also donate some money. You can even find love. You can even help people. You can even make you become a person with a good and worthy life. So, what is going on in our society, in our world today is we tend to constrict the word education is as something that only be applied in the classroom. This is absolutely wrong. Because education is not merely in the classroom. It can be outside the classroom. And that is where we get more education that we need in our life, not merely in the classroom. Not merely using the textbook. Okay, textbook. Actually, those who only use the textbook, only read without think, actually only memorizing things they do not understand, but they try to memorize all those things. That is actually wrong. Book is only a tool for education. It is not education. If you say that, why do I still fail in my exam even though I read all the books? Because you only read the books. You try to memorize the book. That is not education. That is memorizing things that you do not understand for yourself. So what's the point? See? So learn that learning is not merely reading or something. Learning or education is actually something that you need to understand by your heart, by your mind, by your physical. You need to understand that from those three aspects. So I read a book written by Charles Dickens. This is a famous book. I know maybe you have read this book, which is entitled Oliver Twist. This is a very interesting story about a boy who is an orphan at an orphanage, who was then tried to escape, and he did escape from the orphanage, and end up living in a bandit who actually go for who make money from uh, illegal things like become thieves, and he did that at a young age before he actually found his own mother he's actually rich, who actually able to support him. So actually these kind of experiences that he get from the education, the outside education in outside the classroom is actually the main thing that we need in our life. You won't find this kind of thing in the classroom, no. The classroom, the teachers will, of course, they will teach you by experiences, teach you more, because life is not really in the classroom. In fact, we only stay in the classroom for at most 8 hours in a day, and there's only 5 days in a week. So education is more than that. It's not really on the papers that can't even talk to you. If it's talk to you, tell me. Okay, that is why the students, excellent students in the school, in the university, can excel when they reach in their work field, because there are lack of soft skills that they need in their life, because they only focus is in class. Their only focus is in class means that they only think that all they have to do is read to get good grades without concerning it is actually other education from the class apart from the classroom that they need in their life. They forget about it. So do not become the kind of people, because today education shows something like that is not something that we have to gain from our own experiences. The first thing I want to touch is about the main thing I want to touch is about the syllabus system. The whole syllabus can be easily understood as something fixed, some limitation that we have in our education system. Means that we cannot go further than that, we cannot go lower than that, we have to reach that level. But in fact, when we reach that level, we are actually all of us become at the same level. One cannot go further beyond what is being limited. But what we are actually having our own, everyone differs in their own capability. When the person who actually introduced the syllabus system, I am totally sure he will have a higher standard than the syllabus that is limited. Am I right? Because to monitor the syllabus, he actually have to know more. So do they actually use the system? Or we are the only one who is using their system and become the average people and cannot go beyond? Answer that. A rhetorical question for yourself. I will give you an analogy of 3 students. One is an excellent student, one is an average student, and another one is a weak student. Okay, which using the same syllabus. Of course, one will excel, one will become at the average level, and one will not excel much. Don't you ever think that the excellent student can actually go further beyond what is in the syllabus? And don't you think the weak student and the average student can actually go more than that what they are actually get for the grades, for example, because we are only concerned about the grades. When they are using another kind of system, or even another syllabus is being picked up, it's being limited. So we actually can go more. But the one that control the system, if you make a research, you will know, of course, a Jew. I'm not saying that they are wrong in this. Maybe there are some goodness, but we try to learn from the mistakes. We try to actually learn what is actually they are applying on this to the world. They know more. They mold us in this shape, which we will become the average people, and they become the top people. Learn from them. Learn, not just simply do nothing. We know about it and we do nothing. That is how we actually manipulating ourselves. So let's move on to my last indicator to actually to motivate you to learn from the Jews. Ladies and gentlemen, hidden means something that you cannot see, but it's actually right in front of your eyes. There is two reasons why you cannot see. Either you are being manipulated or you are the one who are manipulating yourself. Why am I saying this? And how are you actually manipulating your own self? I'll give you an analogy. If you see a man is abusing a woman, what would you do? I'm quite sure you will call the police or do something that to cover the situation. But what happens when you see a woman is abusing another man? Either you will clap your hand if you are a woman, or you just pass by, do nothing. So that is how you control your mind actually. Your mind that you say, it's okay, it's fine, your mindset. That is how you manipulate yourself. By saying this is good, this is bad, by having a mindset. So the one hidden message that I would like to discuss with you guys is actually about the logos and symbols. I will only touch about one company, one Jewish company, which I have told you earlier, which is Starbucks, owned by Howard Schultz, like I said just now. For your information, for a good company to have a good logo, it needs some research need to be done, which costs almost thousands, and did cost that much amount of money. And as we can see in the Starbucks symbol, there is a mermaid in that circle. That circle around that circle, in that circle, is actually might be conveying the message of secrecy. There is a secret about the company. But before I go further, I would like to state here that I am not saying all these things are true. I am just telling you what is the probability that we can have. So basically, the mermaid in the logo, according to the Syrian, Greece, Africa, India myth, it means affection, seduction, and it can also mean death, obsession, and addiction. So let's relate to our situations in this country, in this century. When you are drinking Starbucks, which you think is as a well-known company, as a brand that is well-known, so you feel great. When you drink, you will become addicted, the addiction. And when you become addicted to the Starbucks, to the coffee, automatically we can interpret the Starbucks word star and box. You know, in a Jewish community, they believe in the Star of David, which actually convey the message of the Jews. So you can see the relationship of Howard Schultz being a Jew, and that word star, and the box that actually where the income, the profit we get, and actually goes into the star. See that complete each other when they have the star and then the box, and the box actually go toward the star and they meet together. They are different, but actually, yeah, they complete one another. Another thing, another way of how they conveying the message is absolutely using the mass media, using the technology. Why? Because today we are flooding with technologies, which actually become the main reason why we are drowning in this worldly life, worldly affair. If you are not careful, then you become the next victim. So technology is actually not harmful. It's not wrong to use technology. And even I'm recording using an iPad. And okay. But how a person use the technology is how the technology is harmful or not. How you use that technology. And this is why those people out there who trying to persuade, who trying to convey the negative messages, to convey the hidden messages using the technology, because it is first it is the most effective way, it spread fast, it do not need much cost, and it is time consuming. When you control the media, you actually control the world information. When you control the world information, you are the one who tell the people how to behave. What is wrong, what is right. So they take. If the person is a person who think, we have a critical thinking, so he or she will think twice. Is this the right thing for me to do? If I am told to dress properly, will I do that? If I were told to dress like a hipster or a superstar, will I dress up like that? So it's up to me. So I have to decide by myself. But what happened for the people who don't know how to decide? Who decide wrongly? This is where the media, we can see how the media playing their role. See? Okay. For information, there are lots of media out there, mass media, the papers, the TV stations owned by the Jews. For example, Walt Disney, Universal Studio, and the CNN are all owned by them. So there is the channels, how they can convey the message, the hidden message they actually want to convey to us. So people don't only see the surface of those things, try to indulge in the thing, see what is actually the input, what is actually the thing that they actually want to instill that you do not see. Because when you start to open your heart, you can see it. I am sure you can see it. In conclusion, we can do anything if we learn. So what I said just now, everything that I said is all about learning from the Jews, from their unity, from their business, from their academic, from their education, and from the hidden message they try to convey to us. So we actually can become a great person if we have the knowledge, if we learn. In Al-Quran, Surah Fatir, verse 28, ayah 28, is stated about knowledge. In Bible, Genesis, chapter 1, verse 5, stated about knowledge. In Talmud, Deuteronomy 4, verse 9, also stated about knowledge. So how can we gain knowledge? Of course, by learning. So basically, learn. If you don't learn, you are worth nothing. That's all for me. Thank you.